A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a substantial increase in military aid to Ukraine, including the potential deployment of Tomahawk missiles. This move comes as tensions escalate between the U.S. and Russia, with Trump expressing disappointment in Russian President Vladimir Putin, while also indicating he is not done with him. During a recent phone conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Trump reportedly inquired why Ukraine had not launched strikes on Moscow to increase pressure on Russia. Zelensky's response was clear: "We can, if you give us the weapons." This exchange highlights the urgency and gravity of the situation as Ukraine seeks more advanced weaponry to defend itself against Russian aggression. The U.S. has already committed billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine, marking a significant boost in the relationship between Kyiv and Washington. Trump's administration is considering sending Tomahawk cruise missiles, which have the capability to reach key Russian cities such as Moscow and St. Petersburg. Although these missiles are not currently on the list of supplies scheduled for delivery, their potential inclusion reflects a strategic shift in the U.S.'s approach to the conflict. The addition of 18 ATACMS missiles, which would allow Ukraine to strike deeper into Russian territory, is also on the table. This escalation comes after the U.S. president expressed frustration over Putin's continued military operations in Ukraine, which he believes have undermined any initial goodwill. Trump's recent statements suggest a more assertive stance against Russia, as he threatens secondary tariffs on Moscow unless a peace deal is reached within 50 days. In a separate but related development, President Zelensky has appointed Yulia Sviridenko as Ukraine's new prime minister, further emphasizing the country's commitment to economic recovery and military resilience amidst the ongoing war. Sviridenko, who has served as the first deputy prime minister and minister of economic development and trade, is expected to lead efforts to implement agreements made with European and American partners during recent recovery conferences. The situation remains fluid, with Trump's administration navigating complex diplomatic waters as it seeks to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities while managing relations with Russia. Analysts suggest that Trump's willingness to provide more advanced weaponry to Ukraine is a response to his perception that Putin does not respect him, a sentiment that has fueled his commitment to supporting Kyiv. This evolving dynamic in U.S.-Russia relations raises critical questions about the future of the conflict and the potential for further escalation. As Trump prepares to send additional military aid, including Patriot air defense systems, the international community watches closely, aware that the stakes are higher than ever. The U.S. president's actions could significantly influence the course of the war, as Ukraine continues to grapple with the realities of a protracted conflict that has already claimed thousands of lives. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether Trump's military support will shift the balance of power in favor of Ukraine or if it will lead to further entrenchment of Russian forces. With both sides gearing up for a prolonged struggle, the implications of these developments extend beyond the battlefield, affecting global security and geopolitics in profound ways. As discussions around military aid and sanctions continue, the world holds its breath, waiting to see how this high-stakes game of diplomacy unfolds. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.